What's up, everyone? I hope you are all doing very well, and welcome to this 9th edition of the Vendetta Gazette Gold Monthly, where we check out our monthly bag of Patreon pay dirt. And for being the $25 Patreon member, I've gotten my April bag in, and I'm excited to do this one because I saw Mr. Minix did his, and it looked like we have some crystallized gold in the bag this month. So that's very cool. Again, these are just thank you bags that Mike sends out. He can start his Patreon at as low as $5 and $10. But when you hit up to the starting at $25 and up, $50, $100, you get the Patreon thank you bag every month. And depending on how much your Patreon is, you determines how much gold you get. So, but again, it's a very cool thank you from a great company, and for basically something you'd support without the pay dirt anyway. So again, it's just a real nice thank you to his viewers and his customers. So I cut a little high on that. Whoa, we've got some. That is some red. That is some red material in there, I'll tell you. I was not expecting to see that. Okay, well, that's what I saw on his video for this. He'd gotten. Mike said it. He was surprised he'd got a little extra gold. It seemed like in his bag, and he said that he had made sure he soaked this all down very good, and and made sure that it was dissolved. And cause it looks like it is that clay where you really got to break it down. So that's what we're going to do with this. We're going to soak it down because it's pretty crumbly there as it is. But check that out, man. That is definitely some different dirt than we've gotten from him. And that is some dark red material right there. That is cool. So let's go ahead and we will just wet all this down good. You saw in the background, we've got another one of our Vendetta pay dirts, the Pirate Booty Bag. This is the quarter gram, which is the standard amount that comes in this bag. You can add gold to it, but you can see it's got the very cool treasures in it there. It's already showing through the bag. So a nice piece of copper there in that. So looking forward to doing that one. But I thought we'd set it out here while we were doing our all things Vendetta Gazette. So this is actually the 10th bag of pay dirt, Patreon dirt I've gotten from him. But the first bag that I received in, I just did a little video on it, and it was after that I decided, well, then it would be cool to have, show every month what you get, and sometimes it's a preview of some bags that he's going to be putting out of his regular pay dirt material, and sometimes it's just unique for the Patreons. So, but it's always cool. It's always some very fun material to go through. So, this is still pretty. Usually that clay dissolves pretty quick, but this is still pretty grainy, and so I'm going to let it soak here for a little bit and keep working it. And you can just see it how stained my hands are already from it. So yeah, a different animal this month for Mr. Vendetta. While we're waiting for our material to break down a little bit, we can check out our latest additions to the board there. There's our new gold thumb prospecting sticker that I got. Very cool. There's our new Mr. Minix. along with our other ones that have Dirty Paws and some of the newer ones that have been added on there. There's our other Mr. Minix down below. So Chef V still holding up in New Orleans. Grizzly. Our great Nine Finger Mining, Doug Odette, Ed Kelly representing there. So of course our Vendettas. So very awesome, man. Appreciate that from all you guys. They look great. So this has been breaking down here for a while. It's a bit of a slurry. We'll use our pour off pan here. Actually, just to make sure I don't let anything get by. We did keep some stuff from going down. Yeah, everything's going to be stained red when this is done. It's like a version of the Dolbe Nightmare clay. Yeah, this is the stuff where it's going to stay. It's going to stay stained throughout, I think. There's no washing it clean. Go ahead and add a little extra jet dry to that just for good measure. A lot of organics moving out of that. Now it looks like we might be getting a little clearer there. What is that? Three pour offs. Like it was like a little peridot color to it there, but I think it was just a little green hue. All right, that looks a little more doable. Some very fine stuff and small rocks and all of this. A kind of a sad note. I was talking to John R. Prospecting, and he was telling me how Gold Nugget Sales has sold the last of his high grader from Rose Creek. That was that beautiful 22 karat gold that I know John had gotten several bags of it, those 3 gram bags that he would did when he was first starting his channel. Some of his first ones were doing those high graders, and I'd gotten one. I think he still has a few of he might have a few left in the 4 bag combination where there's 1 gram in each of the 4 bags. But oh, and did I just see a flash in that one? I saw a rock. Look, I thought I saw some gold flash in it, like a little quartz piece. But so yeah, so the end of a pay dirt. It's a very cool pay dirt. I'm really sorry I did not get a chance to get another bag of that. I've got some very cool. There we go. Check that out. That is awesome. Check out that piece of quartz, and it's got the gold poking up out of the top of it there, out of the side. How cool is that, man? That is awesome. Love those little specimen pieces like that. We're going to set that over to the side to make sure it does not get rinsed out. But yeah, I saw that whenever it first popped through the pay dirt. I saw that the white with that glint of gold sticking, that little protrusion on it. It stood out very well. Like I said, it's always fun doing your Patreon bag, as you just never know. And that's what this one just said. Like I said, we saw on the bag there that for this month it just shows April Patreon. It doesn't in the $25 Patreon member. It doesn't hint as what's in it. Just I still have because when I put them back, I keep them separate when I bag them back up. But I still have the last month's bag that had all the. People were telling me you should crush some of that up and maybe get some more gold out of it. So, but you can see it's dried up and put back in the original condition in there. So might try that, give that a shot to see get a scrounge up a few specks or not. I'm just not really set up. I got an iron plate and a 4-pound maul to crush with. So I put it inside a box that, well, y'all, if y'all seen it, is a box with a kind of a end cut where I can move the hammer up and down and bust stuff up, and it when it flies apart, it stays contained in the box. Now, I had if y'all saw the mail call, our new pan from Montana prospecting. It's the small 8-inch pan, as opposed to my standard 10-inch here. But it's got the little tiny, or the next smaller size riffles in it. So I haven't ever really used any that were that small. So we're gonna see how it goes through this fine stuff. Y'all notice I'm still using the repairs have held up. I've used it now for, this is the third video, I guess, squeezing it, and that baking soda and super glue. I wasn't sure how well it would adhere to the plastic, as it, for squirting and flexing like it has to do. But since it's at the top here where it really doesn't move that much when you're squeezing the bottle, it's held on. And then the stuff around where this was, like I said, broken completely, just barely held on by a little piece of plastic on one side, and it is solid. So real happy with the way that has turned out. Yeah, I don't like that. I already can tell. It doesn't feel right with that little pad. But we got the little tiny riffles there, which I think that would probably be for when I'm down a little bit lower, because it's not stopping a lot of material from. Oh, I just saw some gold in that black sand. Did you see that flash? Yeah, it's amazing how when you're used to using the same pan for 2 years, it's in the same size, it's a very different feel using this little thing. A piece of quartz there. That one's clean. Like I said, I'd gotten these little ones mainly to be able to pack one up and send a buddy, and yeah, And then to have the others just for like holding pans, basically. I think I said they were $1.99. I think they were $2.99 a piece. But the big black one, that 14-inch black one, was $1.50. Yeah, you can see where there's still material caught up in the rim, the little riffles up at the top there. It's strange they go deeper. These things go deeper on the edges here, and then it looks like it gets shallower in the middle. I don't know. It just seems like it. I don't. Maybe an optical illusion in the water here, but it's. And they seem like they're a little more kind of recessed. Not instead of just being straight down, they kind of cut back into the pan rather than just being a straight. Well, I guess those do the same thing. I'm just used to the small little easy riffles there rather than the deeper ones like on the Mine Lab or on this little dude. Definitely got some black sand in there with this stuff. I see some gold popping up there. Look at that. Very nice. Damn it. Dry. There you go. All right. Even has a nice little tick to it. Yeah, so again, I'm not sure when the small riffles, I guess for the black sand, is when you utilize those. You guys can leave a instructional comment in the in the comment section for. Yeah, you don't want to have much going on because they're so thin. The material just flows right over the top of the ones that are filled. So obviously, you want to be very easy going with those. You can see it's catching the bigger rocks there pretty good. Let's see what we can wash on this little pan. Not much. Yeah, there's gold caught in the rim there. I saw in the riffles. Yeah, it just does not give you a lot of washing room. I did season this lightly with some scouring pad and some fine rocks and sand. Oh my God! You know what I did? I picked up that pan with my little quartz piece in it whenever I showed the riffles. So I'm going to have to. Hopefully, it went in the big pan here. Damn it! I'll have to go back and watch the video and see if I see it go flying out. Well, if it fell off the table, it's right under me here, and I haven't moved around, so it should be easy enough to find with that white and gold. But I forgot about that when I picked that up and showed the riffles, and it would have put it at the edge of the table the way I'm holding it right there. So, damn. Well, I guarantee you I'll find it. Very nice. Some beautiful gold there. I know I have a speck or two of this that washed down that I saw. So I will be revisiting this one again. All right, I think we've got a good wash down on that. Pretty good for start. But look at that shiny. All it needs is that that white piece of quartz with the gold sticking out of it, and we'd be set. All right. Well, I'm gonna get this snuffered up. Yeah, and then I got a couple little flakes that are, like I said, made it down there. So I'll deal with that after I've located. I'm not moving the camera or anything. I'm leaving everything just like it is, so I'll have a reference. So I'll be back. Damn it. All right, we have our snuffer bottle full of red clay water. So we're gonna need to rinse that down good. Our little quartz chunk, you may see there it is in the pan. It had fallen in the big pan whenever I tipped it over. So I still, before I ever looked in the pan though, I was already down the ground checking because I didn't want to be standing around on it if it if it wasn't in there. But it showed up pretty easy in the mess there. Once I poured the water off, that white stood out with the against the red very, very well. So that was a relief because, man, if it had not been in that pan and I couldn't find it on the ground, I would have had to be digging up that layer that I stand on here and doing some real backyard prospecting. So, but look at that. We've got some beautiful gold here. Get my hands dry. So check it out. Again, that quartz piece is just awesome. So I'm not sure that this is crystallized gold. It might be different bags. It might be, quartz gold in some and crystal in others, or whatever. We'll have to take a better look at it in the house. But it's definitely some awesome stuff there, and a very fun bag. So once again, thank you as always to Mike Vendetta for supplying a fun Patreon of the month bag. So all right. Well, all right. We are back in with our beautiful gold and that awesome piece of quartz and gold. So let's just go ahead. Our scale is calibrated and set. There was, like you saw, quite a bit of a good little amount of very fine gold in there with our stuff. So let's see what we end up with from our Vendetta bag this month, this week. So 0.212 grams. And like I said, I know Mr. Minix had was a crystallized gold, I believe, as I recall. But I think this, I'm not sure, this doesn't particularly look that crystallized to me for sure. And you can see there is some fine stuff, but I think we got the quartz gold, because that is a very cool little piece there with that gold sticking out of it. It looks very, you can see where it sticks out on both sides. So that's just awesome. So beautiful. Another great Patreon bag from Vendetta Prospecting. Then our little chunk there. I mean, it's very pretty gold. Looks like it's got a little piece of quartz on it as well. So that will be a very nice finish for our April Patreon bag of Vendetta Prospecting. And yeah, I just love that. I'm moving too much. The look of that quartz, though, this is awesome gold. So until the next time, this is Bayou Gold Guy saying, if you're not a Patreon member for Vendetta Prospecting, you might think about signing up and getting your monthly, yeah, my little girl, getting your monthly Patreon bag, because it's always something cool. And until the next time, take care of each other and peace out, my friends.